Brian Gross from Naptown Buzz here with Larry, the cable guy. Larry, how you doing today?
You know what, I'm doing pretty good. Got here this morning, had some of that biscuits and gravy they got down there, which is unbelievable. Then I had to have the tater tots with sweet potatoes with the fried egg on top of it, which was even better. Holy mackerel. My Glade plug-in's going to start a carpet fire in about 4 hours. That's good stuff. That's why I'm glad I work for Prilosec OTC. That's what I'm here for Prilosec OTC. But this is the place, anytime place there's food like this, and you are a frequent heartburn sufferer, then see, this is the perfect thing for you. You do Prilosec. You can go ahead and cheat a little, eat some of these foods, I guess. I don't know. Read the box. It'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah, Carb Day is a great day to come out and do that. Have they told you what to expect out here on Carb Day?
Well, I'm the perfect guy to have for Carb Day because I've been getting a lot of carbs in. No, they told me what to expect. They told me what Carb Day is going to be. It's a lot of fun, man. I've been to a bunch of races, Daytona 500 and Talladega, and this is the first Indy race I've been to. So this is a fun experience to be at it, and I'm excited. You know the difference between IndyCar racing and NASCAR racing is, don't you?
A lot of speed.
IndyCar's open wheel racing, and NASCAR's open container racing.
That's about right. You'll see a lot of open containers out here today.
I saw that you bring in, you can bring in a cooler.
Yeah, you'll see kids with backpacks that are actually cases of beer.
Well, first thing I thought of that was you can bring in a cooler and a personal item. I'm thinking, look at people bringing in a cooler. They're drinking so much they're bringing their own livers in, packed in ice.
That's about right. So you typically watch the 500?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely watch it. I mean, back in the day, shoot, I just got done watching. I just got doing something with Bobby Rahal, which is awesome because Bobby Rahal's a legend in IndyCar racing. And, just really cool to meet guys like that. I remember Jackie Stewart talking about Bobby Rahal, So, yeah, I mean, I've been watching it for a long time, but, I was never able to do anything like this. I grew up in a small town in Nebraska, and so never got to do all these big events. Lately, now that I do what I do now, it's really cool to be able to go to all these things that I always saw when I was a kid. So it's a cool spectacle, no doubt about it. I think it's cool got to see the brick, and it's just really cool.
If you look around, all the old timers around here still. So of all the things you do for a living, what do you enjoy the most?
Talking to you right here at this table.
Hey, all right.
I enjoy everything. I mean, doing live stand-up is great. Doing Pixar movies, voiceovers is great. Acting's great. I love all of it. I'm a people guy. I like people, and I just enjoy making people laugh. So they're all a lot of fun. I would say probably the live performance is probably the funnest thing you do because you get instant response. A movie you got to wait a year, and TV special you got to wait 6 months, and animation you got to wait 3 years. So it's just, it's really cool. Plus I enjoy traveling. I enjoy seeing the country. I like doing stuff for Prilosec. I mean, that's a good time. They get me full access to places I've never been before. I think probably another cool thing I did was a History Channel show because I got to do and see things that people only ever get to dream of. And I didn't take any of it for granted. I took it all in and just enjoyed it. I got to launch jets off the USS Nimitz and walk around on the roof of the Pentagon, and I mean, just really cool stuff. So yeah, I've had some fun time.
Speaking of movies, what do you have in the works right now?
I'm doing a sequel. I'm doing some stuff for Fox Home Video where I do some sequels. I did Tooth Fairy 2 for them, and they loved it, and it did real well. So now we did Jingle All the Way 2. So we just got done doing that. It should be out after Thanksgiving this year.
And how is it working with Disney and Pixar?
I was going to say, and we got Cars 3, I think, is coming out. We haven't started it yet. I don't know much about it other than I'm in it, and they've announced it. So that's it.
Okay. So my 8-year-old son said, hey, ask him if he could give us any tips on what's going to go on with Cars 3. So
I wish I could. I don't know what they're going to do, but I do know that I enjoy doing Mater, and it's changed my life. It's really cool. I got kids now, and so it's cool to be able to do projects that my kids can enjoy, and so just a lot of fun. And wee-hoo, my name's Mater, like tomato without the tuh. Whatever you do not eat the pistachio ice cream. It has turned. I mean, that's just fun to do. I enjoy it.
And speaking of the kids, you and I have something in common.
What's that?
Could you tell us a little bit about your work with the hip dysplasia?
Yeah, well, you got the kid.
Yeah, my daughter, she's getting ready to turn 3, but last year she had to go through surgery on both hips.
Well, yeah, we started. Well, if you have a kid with hip dysplasia, you know it's not a life-threatening disease, but it's something that's crippling later on in life or early on, you know. And when my son first had it, we went on to research about hip dysplasia. Couldn't find anything on it really. There's 900 different websites, and they all tell you a different thing. So we came across a doctor that's an expert in it in Orlando, and he said if everybody was trained, if all these orthopedic doctors, child orthopedic, if they were all trained in the same method, we could cure this. We could make it so these kids never have to have an operation. Later on in life, you'll see less and less people getting hip replacements because of the way we can do this. But they all need to be on the same page. So we started the International Hip Dysplasia Institute in Orlando, Florida, where doctors can go and get educated and get trained, and it's the foremost place to go. Now if you got a kid with hip dysplasia, you go on the internet and you type in hip dysplasia.
Yeah, my wife, that's the first thing she found was your thing.
First thing that comes up, and so it's a really cool deal. It's you know, eventually it's going to be to the point where there'll be products on there that you can buy, because when you have a kid that's in a body that's in a, you know, a hip cast, you can't cuddle them like you normally can, or you can't change them. It's not easy to change them, and so we're going to come up with all kinds of things to make it easier for the mom and the parents to do stuff like that. So yeah, so we got that started with my foundation, the Get Her Done Foundation, and me and my wife Kara and Dr. Chad Price from Orlando, we all got together and formed that. So it's a pretty cool deal, you know. Dr. Haidakevich and a lot of good brains at work down there. So we're happy we did it.
Yeah, it's great because as you know, we knew that. I was like, oh man, we're gonna meet Larry. I gotta bring that up.
Oh yeah, no
and
doubt.
that's tough.
Well, it really is. I mean, like I said, I mean, we're fortunate they don't have cancer. They don't have, you know, it could be a lot worse. But hip dysplasia is still a traumatic thing for a parent, especially a new parent that's never had kids, and just to watch their baby can't crawl or can't walk like the other kids, and they start behind, and it just sucks to see your little 1-year-old or 2-year-old or 3-year-old in a cast, and, you know. So this is a good thing, and hopefully 10, 15 years from now, if not sooner, we can nip that in the bud.
Final thing here, do you have anything you want to say to the race fans here in Indy?
Get her done. Love Indy.
Thank you.
You got it, man.